everybody, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl and I'm here to share our next topic, Ramen Time. So for many of you guys that know, as a personal trainer, I have to get things that are like pretty done and easy. And like I said, I am using some of the things I already have in the house and also using things that I just recently bought and incorporating them into my meals. Yes, I still have some packaged things like I mentioned before, so I'm just trying to use up my ramen noodles. I love noodles. You could get some that are just the noodles itself, or you could get the packaged noodles where they're like the ramen packets. But I'll see which version I'm gonna use today. So I have everything pretty much chopped up. I have my daikon, radish, I have my broccoli, I've got some leftover cabbage that I've chopped up, and this was the roasted one, cauliflower I did just yesterday, and I have leftover, so I'm going to use that to put into my ramen. And then I've got my dried shiitake mushrooms, and of course that's not what that is. This is actually dried seaweed, as you can see in there. Hopefully it like views it in a little bit better so you can see. You can really get that from the Asian market. And of course ginger, because I love ginger. I'm probably going to end up making this also with some soybean paste. So pretty much how I make my ramen, it's super simple. I'm going to heat up some water in here, just a little bit of water, because I'm going to start sauteing the ginger and tossing it in there. And then I'm going to add my paste and some bouillon in there as well. So let's get started. So I actually decided to opt out on the bouillon because I didn't want it to be super salty. Instead, I just decided to use the ginger and the soybean paste to start the base of this ramen. I added some water to help dilute it and spread it out, and then I went ahead and started adding my dry ingredients, which was the dried shiitake mushroom and also the dried seaweed. Once the water started to boil, I went ahead and added the cabbage and then the daikon radishes, and then I added water, and lastly I added the broccoli. I set the cauliflower for last. Well guys, I decided to cave in and I'm using this one. This is even though it says chicken flavor, there is no chicken. It's actually made from mushrooms, and the mushroom kind of brings out, they have a flavor to it, but there's no chicken in here. I've read the ingredients. It's vegan, so, which is awesome. I like the noodles of this particular one. Very sturdy, although I have to admit I missed the one from Korea because they do it where it's not like pan fried. I don't know if it's air fried or maybe it's just air dried, but either way, this is one that I really like. So I'm gonna use this one right here, and I'm giving into it, guys, because originally I was gonna just use the one that had just the pack of noodles that I bought, but I'm really feeling like I really like the seasoning packet from this. Although I don't use everything in here, there's one thing in here that I definitely don't use. It's sort of like this paste. It comes into like this, it feels like there's grains in here, but there's not. It's mashed, and I think this is where you get that chicken flavor, but it's made from, I think, like a mixture of herbs. So I just use the packet, and they do have other things. This has goji berries in it, which I thought was really interesting. Put goji berries in ramen, but it was fine. This is just dehydrated vegetables, so I like putting those in there too. And then we're gonna go ahead and show you guys what the noodles all look like. So let's go. So far these noodles are looking amazing. I love that they have that curly texture, and it's still not quite ready yet. So one of the big things that people often ask me is, how do you know your ramen noodles are done? So one of the things I look for is whether the noodle becomes like almost see-through or translucent, and I just pick a little piece off of here and I give it a try to see if I can see you know, my chopsticks almost like through it. That's kind of how I look at it. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So I'm just going to pick this piece right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to curve it around a little bit here. Okay, so this fine view here. All right, so right now it looks like you can sort of see through. The other way you can see if it's, you know, good or right is you literally just try it out. And you definitely don't want like a big long noodle like mine came out. Well, this is gonna be a nice long one. So let's give it a try. I would say that one is good. And there you have it. A really delicious ramen, and the broth tastes amazing. Okay, and then all I do, I just transfer everything in. So my broth, I try not to have a lot of broth. I'm not a big broth fan, but sometimes you'll have a lot of broth and sometimes you won't. But this one is just perfect. And then I topped it with the leftover cauliflower. I diced it, and that was it. It looks so delicious, and guys, the flavor was amazing. It had the perfect umami taste to it. It was just delightful. So here we go. Well guys, that is it. That's how I basically make my ramen in just about 10 minutes. And I get ready for lunch and then head back out. So I've got to run. I'm gonna let you guys go, but before I do, I'm gonna let you guys know how my noodles turned out, and they look amazing. Everything looks so good right now. And this is how we, you know, eat this beautiful dish. Perfect. The noodle is not overcooked, it's not soft, it's still got texture to it, and it's not undercooked. And the broth is amazing. I love that. And everything paired out perfect. So, and with that said, guys, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care. Bye.